Paranormal Fanatics. I am heading home from work. Figure it's a nice sunny day. Why not sit here and chat with you guys for a few minutes on the way home? Not that I got anything too major to announce. I did get some information on some uh, possible locations coming up. Unfortunately, they're pay to play, so we'll see how that works out. The one place is pretty darn cheap, and I'll tell you what, once that comes into play, we will definitely share the information out and let people know, because it seems like so far pretty good. Can't complain about the details of it. That is, the money side of it's like next to nothing. It goes to a historical society. So if you could help out local historical societies, why not? And if you could hear me, please give me a thumbs up or something. React to this somehow, so I know that you guys are getting my audio. We're right now driving down the middle of Warren, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure exactly which exit I'll take, but we'll take one of the two exits. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm getting back into Temu. And when I say I'm getting back into Temu, I'll do another video about it. But paid sponsorship, right now it's a matter of them giving us a few bucks, and we scour through their stuff and see what we could use to investigate with, or even use on investigation, like say lights, flashlights or something. It doesn't 100% have to detect spirits, but just something to keep us safe, or something that we could use on an investigation. So I hope you guys could understand that by doing things like that kind of stuff, the sponsorship and such, we don't have to bug you guys to try to supplement us, because nowadays we're all a little short on cash. So, except YouTube has money, Facebook has money, so why not get it through them, right? Oh, road closed ahead. Detour. Good thing I know this area, right? Let's see. You get to see some more area that a lot of people don't see on my videos. So, historic downtown Warren, they call it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Whirly drink cups. Whirly cups. They're found throughout the world. Whirlies. If you look at the bottom of your cup, like you get at, say, Disney World, Niagara Falls, any of your tourist traps, you'll see Whirly on the bottom of that where it's made. And that's made right here in this building up here on the right. This big bright yellow building. And you'll find those cups in different parts of the countries. All that right here on your right. See the sign? Let's see. Get through here. Another thing up ahead here, we don't normally get this tour, but up ahead is where our local Salvation Army is, and part of our ghost walks where we describe the history, we tell people about this. Let's see if I can turn here. Yeah, it looks like I can turn here. It'll be on our right hand side. When you look at this building on the right hand side here, the Salvation Army building, right here, see it? When they were digging that, and there used to be a church there, and I believe it was the Catholic Church, but don't hold me to it. When they were digging that up and such, they found a sub basement that wasn't known to really anybody. And when they dug that up and they got down there, they were looking around before they tore the building down. They found 8 bodies in the sub basement, kind of like a hidden basement. And they found 8 bodies wrapped up in sheets, feet to feet, like wagon wheel layout. So there's these bodies in this church that nobody had any information what they were about, why they were there. It was just crazy. And they just kind of said, well, okay, there's nothing we could do. So they just went about and decided to leave it the way it is. So, I mean, what can you do? I guess the bodies were decomposed, skeletons pretty much. So I don't know if they ever ID'd them or if that was kind of like a don't ask, don't tell situation. But that's pretty crazy if you ask me. Warren, Pennsylvania has a lot of weird history like that. Like when one of the bridges was being built back in the day, one of the main bridges, a big boulder came down on one of the foreman's heads, crushed him. He perished. He passed away. And I don't know what they thought would make this a good thing. I don't know. They took the big old rock boulder that killed this guy and used it as his headstone. It's like, what the heck? I don't know if I would care for such a thing. The thing that killed me becomes my marker, and get out of here. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are leaving any chat messages or not. I apologize if you are, but for some reason, Facebook isn't showing me, or Facebook, yeah. YouTube is not showing me any notifications, so I guess I'm just rambling on and hope that you guys like the topic of conversation. I do see the like buttons, so if you're okay with this conversation, send me some likes. Yeah, this is the crazy thing about Warren. They like to tear up the whole road and mark it off, but I suppose that's just not exclusive to here, but it sure feels like it sometimes. I think they got a sale on these markers, dividers here, that they got like 1,000 for the price of one or something, because they sure the heck like to put them out. But so yeah, that's one crazy story of Warren County. Another one is coming up here, up the road here. You'll see. Well, I'll mention it. For some reason, at this intersection in Starbrick, Pennsylvania, there's one lone grave left behind. There's a headstone and everything to mark the date, or well, not the date, but the name, all that, and it's just on the corner of the road. Like, no reason, nobody really knew it was there. It's just a random grave just chilling on the side of the road. I don't know what's up with that, but you know, this area up here on the left, I don't know if you'll be able to see it coming up, but this area is where we had some of our more darker experience, as in yeah, I know what I want to say. Where we were seeing some shadows, and it seemed like there was something that just wasn't good there. Sorry guys, paying attention to surroundings, make sure everything's good, because bottom line, safety is first. But I wouldn't want to be these guys working in this heat. It is hot and muggy here in Warren. So here on the left, I don't know if you can see the factories. There's a little side road over here. You go down, and we did an investigation. We did a couple, which really got us. We should have really paid attention, because when we were there 4 or 5 times, well, maybe 2 or 3 times, and nothing happened. It was, we were getting little things, lights on our EMFs going off a little bit, things like that, but nothing major. Well, the last time we were there, things got pretty dark, and we've talked about this before, so I understood. But this intersection here, before I go back to the factory, this intersection here is where there's a lone marker on the right hand side here. You'll see that construction marker there on the right as we go through. There's a stone there that has the burial date and all that. Why they would leave a lone grave there is beyond me. If you guys have any ideas, leave a comment why they would do that. Why you think they would just leave a lone grave. So the factory though, our last night there, after we were pretty secure, we felt everything was safe there. We've been there a few times, nothing major. That last night though, the vibe of it was just off. It was you could feel a presence there. It was crazy. And we felt like the group was getting separated into different parts of the factory. It was a big factory, but we felt like the group was getting separated into different parts of it. And I tell you, we don't have any real set person that's in charge of our investigations. We kind of handle it as a group. This particular time, to me, it felt so bad that I took control of that particular moment, and I felt bad for doing it, because we don't have that leadership. We don't put one person above the other. That particular moment, I feel that I recognized that there was something there causing chaos, that somebody needed to step up and take control of that situation. So I did, and we ended the investigation. And unfortunately, we tried to set it up for Dale to go in and help with the aftercare, but the owner and the people that was part of the factory chose not to take that path, which, it is what it is. Can't fault them. I feel that they probably should have, but that's my personal view. So there is a house down the same way. I know the owner, and I'm kind of been thinking about talking to him about it, because this house is creepy. It's on a little side road, and it's been unlived in for probably a good 20 plus years. Now the story of the house, and I could probably go down one of these days and kind of do a small video outside. Like I said, I know the owner, so I don't think he'd get too grouchy about it. But the story behind this house was, it was in the family, and it's still in the family, but the house is in the family, and generations were living there, but for some reason they just never talk much about the place. Well, about 20 years ago, the family decided to give the house to one of the kids who were newlywed and gave it to him as a wedding present. And it's outdated and such now because I've been in there, but it was a pretty nice house back when it was upkept and you know, taken care of, and people were living in it. So they gave this house as a wedding gift to these newlyweds, and these guys were on their honeymoon, decided to spend the first night in the house. They lasted about 7 hours, I guess, and they got so scared from all the haunted things that were going on in this place that they left and never went back, and the house has been empty since then. How crazy does a house have to be for you to just move out before you even truly move in and just left it sit? Now, I'm thinking maybe I'll talk to the guy and see if we can truly get an investigation in there. Like I said, he showed me around, and it's not a big place, but I tell you what, you guys will get creeped out by it, because I was creeped out being in there, and I wasn't even using any equipment or anything. It was just a walkthrough during the day. I don't know how I would feel in the place at night, but I guess I'm willing to find out. Hopefully you guys are willing to find out as well. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I know through this bit it gets a little hard to, the internet cuts out, so I noticed the numbers have dropped dramatically. I don't know, maybe you guys just don't want to hear me talk anymore. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling on. But with that being said, though, it was a nice day, and I thought I would just throw this on. I'll stay on for another minute. There's a couple other places I want to check out. Like I said, the one place I think we're going to get into as early as next month, we'll be getting into this place. It's believe it or not, it's a 2-for-1 place. So if we get it, I'm going to talk to the historical society that runs it and see if we pay the X amount of dollars that they're asking for, if we could do a Friday, Saturday. Because otherwise, with both places, we're just going to be going crazy trying to go back and forth to investigate these places. One used to be, they're both historical places in the sense that George Washington was part of it. I guess he stayed in the one location, and obviously I don't think that means he's going to be there haunting the place. I don't think that at all. But historically saying, though, it's very historical in the sense that there was known historical figures like George Washington and such was there back when he was General George. So it'd be interesting if we could get some background on that and see if we could get some proof based off of historical fact. There's a whole village that we'd like to do, Yellow Dog. I don't know if I lost you guys because of the internet connection. If you guys can still hear me, give me a thumbs up, please. The internet sucks for this part. I'm sorry. Shy of putting up a tower myself, not much I can do. You know what I mean? But, so, this whole village, if I'm lucky, my goal is to get something set up in September. If I can get something set up in September, it's going to be a huge place. I'll probably have to invite a team or two to be part of it, because I don't think WASP has enough equipment or people to cover it. That's how big this place is, I believe. At least everything I've seen online shows it's a pretty big place with several buildings and such. And if we're going to be there for one night, we're going to want to get as much evidence and coverage as we could. So that we got stuff coming up. We'll be doing more of these spirit box sessions in graveyards and such to kind of see what we could get in between. You know what I mean? I hope you guys are enjoying the scenery. This time of year is always nice. Hey, like I was saying, I hope you enjoy the scenery. Now, this is the first sunny day we've had in a while, so I'm happy. I figure last few times I've done these videos and all that, I figure you guys deserved a little sunshine in your life. But yeah, I'm still working on 1,000 subscribers and so much watch time. Watch time is what's killing me. I don't know why. Just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I guess I need to do more videos for you guys to enjoy, and then the watch time will follow, right? But yeah, I wish I could see any chats you guys might have left. I don't know, has it been nice and sunny where you're at, or has it been rainy and miserable like it's been up here? Leave a comment, rain or sunshine. Let me know what it's like in your area. I know that, well, I don't know, but I heard that Pittsburgh or Philly in PA was getting hit by some heavy tornadoes last day or two. So I pray that they're all right, and I hope any place else that is having issues, you know, I hope everything works out for them as well. But yeah, I think, you know, I don't know if you can see this big brown building here on the right that just came up. Believe it or not, that used to be a roadside attraction. There's campgrounds down there and such, but it used to have a big old water slide, and you could go camping and all that. It looked like it was probably a really great spot back in the day. It was before my time being around here. I was born and raised in Jamestown, New York. I've been part of this area for about 20 years now, so I guess I ran out of things to say, so instead of dragging this video on any further, I'm gonna let you all go. So as always, my friends, stay spooky and be good to each other. Oh, who popped in? I am originally from Jamestown, New York. I'm sorry, I'm concentrating on the road, so I'm not quite catching the name. I hope you forgive me for trying to be safe. But right now, we're in the Warren, Pennsylvania area. leave a comment where you're from. And we do most of our investigations in the Warren, Pennsylvania area. Though we travel to New York and North Carolina and such, so we do travel a little bit, but not too often. Most of the time when we travel is to locations like USS North Carolina, things like that. So we're not trying to step on anybody's toes and try and get into their area to investigate. So let teams have their area as much as possible. But as always, friends and family and paranormal fanatics, stay spooky, be good to each other. See you soon.